Hello friends, and welcome to another episode of the Urban Homesteading channel, another Wednesday Quickie. If this is the first time you're visiting with us, I want to extend to you a very warm welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. If today is your birthday, we want to wish you a very happy birthday. One of the most common expenses for any household relates to air conditioning repair, both heating and cooling. So today we're going to talk a little bit about some tips and tricks on how you might be able to save some money changing your air conditioning repair without getting into doing some very dangerous repairs or some very dangerous things DIY that are not usually recommended. So stick with us and we're going to talk to you about how you're going to check some simple things on your air conditioning in most of the time without even going close to your unit or outside. This is a typical thermostat, and every unit will have a thermostat, either like that, the so-called smart thermostat, or a simple type with a manual switch. More often than not though, there will be this type of thermostat. Why are thermostats important, you might say? A lot of times, the problem with air conditioning, it's actually the thermostat itself, is not anything else. And you don't even need any specialized equipment to test for your thermostat, and you don't even need a lot of knowledge. We're going to talk about how to troubleshoot thermostats, which often solve problems when they look totally horrible, when they look that your system is completely dead, and often it is just the thermostat. There are two types of thermostats. One is like mine that has a battery in it, and the other is a type that doesn't have batteries in it. Now, if you can see here, my thermostat opens and inside it there is a battery. As you can see, this specific one takes two AA's, and this is where the batteries are located. But often there are 9-volt batteries. As you can see, even with the batteries out, the unit is powered and gives you information which tells you that this thermostat also has some other auxiliary form of power. And that is the case, and this is one of the easiest ways to make some basic troubleshooting if your system doesn't work at all. There are many videos out there telling you how to check capacitors outside and how do you test all kinds of systems inside. And they relate to either the outside unit not working or the inside unit not working. And all air conditioning system has two units. An outside unit, which is very frequently called the condenser. An inside unit, which is usually called the blower or the heat exchanger or whatever you want to call it. There are different names for different systems. Either case, a lot of the videos, I would say 99% of the videos that you can find when your air conditioning doesn't work will be either focused on the outside not working or the inside not working. What seems even more serious, however, is when nothing is working. You go to your thermostat and nothing happens. When you try to turn the heat on, nothing happens, the temperature rises and so forth. Sometimes it can be as simple as the thermostat, sometimes it can be a little more complicated, but at least troubleshooting and understanding what the issue is will help you greatly, and very often you can fix the problem yourself. No matter what system you have, you should be able to remove the front and have something similar to this. The way you remove the front differs from thermostat to thermostat, but all of them will be like here, like what you see here. You end up with a wall plate and some wires, and these wires are actually very specific to the industry. You're going to have a red, you're going to have a yellow, you're going to have a blue, you're going to have an orange, you're going to have a green, you're going to have a white, you may or may not have a black, and you may or may not have a brown. Our system is a little more complex because we have a heat pump, but even so, it's fairly simple. If you have a system with a battery, like ours, when you remove the thermostat, as you can see, the thermostat still operates. So that tells you that there is a battery in it, and you can see here the battery now that I have removed it. You don't usually need any special tools to remove it. As you can see, there are clips here and here, but your specific thermostat will be different, and you might need to look either for your specific manual or play around and see how you can open it. However, you can always open them. All of them pretty much are like this. There are a couple of basic things you have to do. If you have absolutely nothing happening when you try to operate your unit, come here, look at your cables, and you can use a very basic multimeter, anyone, even a Walmart one for $5 will work, and put a lid on the red, and then put a lid in either on the yellow, on the white, or the green. The yellow, the white, or green, and you should get 24 volts. If you get nothing, or if you don't get 24 volts, there is a problem, and I will tell you in a moment how to address it. If you get voltage, you can also sort the red to either the yellow, the white, or the green. Be careful not to sort the red and the black. Sometimes the black will be labeled common. If you have a common, do not sort those two, because that will actually fry your control board of the unit, and that's the major danger here. As long as you stay with the red and yellow, white, or green, you're going to be good. White routinely is the heat, yellow is the air conditioning, the cooler system, and green is usually the fan. So red to green is the easiest way to see if your system is working. If your system is working when you sort it, then the problem is your thermostat, and simply you buy a new thermostat and you're done. If the system, however, does not work even when you sort it, there is another problem. Or if you do not read any voltage here in the terminals between the red and the yellow, or the red and the white, or the red and the green, there are two possible issues there. The one possibility is that you have a blown fuse. It is usually an automotive type style fuse, and it's about 3 amps. And if you can find where your control board is, it's a fairly simple repair you can do yourself. The other possibility, and you will know that because there will be water in the collection pan. There is a collection pan in the bottom of your unit, and if there is water in that collection pan, more than likely you have a blockage in your condensation drain system. Now, if you have water in your pan, as I said, there is probably a blockage in your condensate relief system or draining system, which is the pipe you usually see somewhere outside your house that has a drip of water, and this is what keeps your humidity low. It collects water from your house, drops the humidity inside, and has to discharge it outside. If you have water there, most of the time for most systems, if you drain it, it's going to start working again. It has a protection system that it senses the water and stops the unit, so it will prevent the unit from overflowing and creating a flood in your house, because in some apartments they are inside the house, and in some houses you have a finished basement and can do damage. So that is just a protection system. In some systems, automatically once the water level goes down, the system will return, and that's all you have to do. In some other systems, however, you might have to hit a reset button and then it will come on. Anyway, this is something you can easily do. And even if someone comes and repair it and they tell you they had to do that, this is not a very high expense repair. So knowing that, even if you don't fix it yourself, will allow you not to be taken advantage by some unscrupulous person, so you will not overpay for a repair. In either case, this is when you have zero activity anywhere. You try to turn your system on, and neither the inside fan or the outside fan operate. It seems catastrophic, it seems serious. Often it is a rather straightforward, simple repair. I hope this simple video helped you today, and if it did, we'll appreciate a thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the other button twice. Share, like, subscribe, and let me know what else you might want to see in our Wednesday Quickies. From Dr. Wizard and the Urban Hope Static channel, stay safe, get vaccinated, wash your hands, put your masks on, so we can see you soon in our next episode. Stay safe, friends.